Okay, hi. So we're going to try this again. Hi, my name is Dr. Regina Sodiq. Welcome to my channel. I am on YouTube and I Iustitia just does. I have a hard time pronouncing it, but you can read what the name is that I anyway. I'm on YouTube. So let me continue again. Before I was interrupted with a phone call, and so I had to delete that and start over again. So here we go. I'm reading from posts that I have put on my community wall, and I'm not going down the line in chronological order. So I will be just going through and sifting what posts I want to read, and I'll go from there. I'll do discussion as I read the post. As I put, I am trying to get myself together to come back to go back to the USA. I don't know what time next month, but that's what I'm trying to do. Um, if not next month, early December, but I'm trying to go for next month. And I will also be looking into, uh, well, I'll go ahead and be reading my posts and everything like that. So, subpoena any sales from my self-help book sold on Amazon or any other method of sales they have took all prior AI conversations of my research from my self-help book and did a completely different co-pilot version without any listed details from prior conversations. Find all sales related to my self-help book and compare with conversations from tarot readers speaking about what was in my book. Also verify with prior notes taken and listed on YouTube because they are doing a cover up of tarot readers who are getting dollars to track me and the other tarot readers that are no longer there. So my self-help book series, Breaking Free, I have written 4 books. 1, 3, and 4 are listed on Amazon. Book number 2, um, that's the healing from abusive words or something. Yeah, I'm going to book 2 was not put on Amazon. I was having issues uploading that book on Amazon, so I never did put that on Amazon. I listed it on my community wall, so it is listed on my community wall. My email is G as in George 4818 at yahoo.com, and if you email me and if I am responding, I will do like a Zoom or any other method to show my physical appearance that it is me you're contacting. I am not currently speaking to anyone via email or any other. I don't have Patreon and all those other things. I don't have that. So I'm not speaking to anyone via email. So if you are corresponding with someone and they claims to be me, that is not me. Um, I will be looking to any sales pertaining to my self-help book series and anything which I've already noticed from my community wall. There are individuals that are speaking directly from either my community wall or other information they have found out specifically towards me, specifically pertaining to me, uh, information that either I said in my self help book or private information, military information, or things that I use as far as when individual asks me to confirm my identity when I speak to them over the phone, and I have to, when I call certain numbers, either pertaining to my mortgage or my bank, and I'm being directed to a 888 number or 800 number, and then individual pick up, and then they say that they are affiliated with the place that I'm calling concerning about, and I have to give them specific information pertaining to me, my identity, my passwords, and everything like that to identify who I am. I am seeing that information that I have been putting out is being used in other forms. So I am trying to see who my calls are being directed to and exactly who these customer service representatives of these companies that they're claiming to be representative of, exactly who they are. Because my information that I give to them that are private and concerning my passcodes, my bank information, my mortgage information, or anything dealing with my references, resume references, anything like that. So things that I tell specifically to individuals who are saying that they are representatives of the company that I'm calling, that information shouldn't be out and being used in a negative way. So I will go on. So those pictures that you see on my community wall, they're mine. I just had a birthday in October. Go Libra. Opal is a birthstone that I'm wearing. Okay, let me go on. And that's another thing. If these tarot readers are true individuals that are getting their information spiritually like they're claiming to be, then they shouldn't be saying almost word for word information from my community wall. They shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't also have information specifically geared to individuals that only inside people where I have spoken directly to, providing private information to show my identity because it's being requested via the companies that I'm calling to make inquiries about either my mortgage or my bank or any facility that I am calling and it's pertaining to any issues that I'm having here. If I am speaking directly to those people that are saying that they're customer representatives of this company that I'm calling, and my calls are not being redirected to other people, then certain commentaries from tarot readers, they shouldn't have information that I have only provided to certain people at certain times. That is what I'm saying. Some tarot readers are not who they claim to be. Some tarot readers are not getting their information where they're claiming to be getting them. And if you are misrepresenting where you are getting your knowledge from, where you're getting your information from, if it's not spiritually directly being given to you as you claim, and you are going into personal files, personal records, or calls are being directed to certain individuals so they can make it appear that they are privy to information about certain people, and putting it out as being spiritually gifted in commentary. That's wrong. Um, that is being deceptive to the public, and is being deceptive to the individuals who you are claiming that you are trying to help. I'm just saying that. To those other tarot readers that have ulterior motives to be saying, how can I put this? To those tarot readers that have ulterior motives to be saying that the commentary is for general individuals, but you are being too specific with your information and with your um, points. The cards you read are subjective, right? The cards can come out one way. That is correct. However, if you are specifically pinpointing certain things that pertain to an individual's life, and you're not saying a general reading, you're more pinpointing because you have certain information on one particular individual that you are trying to get your message across to. General readings are not pinpoint specific. General readings do not have pinpoint as far as specific items that you're listing, boom, 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 down the line. That is what I'm trying to say. The readings don't go like that. The readings only go like that if there is a specific individual that you are being told to speak about. Readings that go like that only if there is specific information that you have privy to that's being given to you about a certain individual. That's the only way you are able to say certain things, know certain things, when it's not generalized. Generalized is broad, it's mass. It will pertain to so many different individuals, and not everybody is going to be going through specifically certain circumstances. Not everyone is not going to be pinpoint that directly, not unless you're getting certain information not as you claim to get it. I'll just put it back that way. You're not getting the information as you're claiming to get that information. So, like I said, I wrote books 1 through 4 on my Breaking Free series, self help book, and the co pilot AI that I use to do on my research and um, getting not only that information but other informations when I when I was using that AI to also get information about my the videos that I do on TikTok, which deals with medicinal herbs for health and wellness. Specifically, everything that I have been doing since I got here. When did I get here? In June or something? Was it June? Well, when I got here, everything that I have been doing with using that AI for um, my medicinal herbs, health and wellness, when I would do my videos for that, and my self help book series 1 through 4. Everything that I use that AI for, all of my discussions, all the research I have done, everything has been wiped out, has been gone, deleted. And now a new version or new AI is now here. So if anyone is out there trying to impersonate themselves and saying that they have written my self-help book, that's another reason why I'm coming back to the USA. So I can further go into finding out what's going on with people having the information that they have concerning me, my self help book, using it as though they are saying the information is from themselves and really is from reading my community wall. So since I'm in Nigeria now and I don't have access to the things that I need to further pursue what's been happening since I've been here, I'm on my way back to the USA. So those of you who have issues with what I've been saying, those of you who have had issues with me, everything that I wrote, I'm writing my experiences. Those are my experiences. Those are my truths. And what I said is what I meant. And that's what I wrote. If you have issues with that, which apparently you do, I have issues with what you did. So since we both have issues, you people have done your dirt. And instead of going into the legal proceedings, I'm the only one that showed up. So if you want to discuss all these years that I've been talking about, that I have had, that I have experienced, if you're saying that that's not a true representation of what occurred, we can go to court, no problem. I have no problem going to court. I have no problem saying what I said. I have no problem writing what I wrote when I was working. I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem going to the individuals who were doing what they were doing. But apparently you people did. You always do. Like I said, I'm coming back to the USA. We can continue. We can continue where I left off when I came here because I had issues here to deal with. But even though I said I had issues here to deal with, I suggest you look and read at my community wall where I said, once I finish what I have to do here, I was coming back to the USA to contend with what I was dealing with there. So, there are some of you that not only harassed and traumatized me, gang stalked me, tracked me, you had no problem doing it, and you had no problem finding enjoyment out of it. You have no problem denouncing my character. You have no problem ridiculing me. You have no problem doing anything that you need to do to tarnish my character so that yours can be seen as though you're the only person that is telling the truth. So it doesn't matter what I did, what I've accomplished in my lifetime, in my life, because I can't prove, let me take that back. Because I have yet to prove, to take you into court, to show others what you have done to me, I must be lying. Is that it? That's not it. Okay. Just because you have individuals working for you that will do and say anything for whatever they can get out of what you want them to do to me, whatever gain that is, because you have individuals that are willing to do that and willing to lie to others about why they do things or they didn't do it at all. That doesn't mean that the truth won't come out. The truth will come out. The truth will be told. And all, and that includes me too. Everyone that had a stake in what occurred, that will also be told. As I said, if you make comments or accusations to destroy my character, which you have, you best believe you better have everything you need to back that up. You better have everything that you need to back that up. Because I don't do things half-ass. I don't. And when it pertains to me, when it pertains to my character, when it pertains to me and my family, and I know what I've done, and I know what I've been doing, I don't have any problems backing up what I say. I make sure I have what I need to back up what I say. That's the reason why when I came to you people before saying these are the issues This is what was done because you were in a position that you had and you didn't think that your word would be challenged. You're able to do anything that you want to. That's the reason why y'all got away with the things that you got away with. I don't do anything half-assed. If I wrote documentation then, best believe I have the documentation now. If I made statements then, best believe I have the statements now. If I said anything when I was there with you, what I said stands, even now. I have no problem speaking my truth. And if your lies are your truth, best believe those lies will be unraveled until there's nothing but the truth. Best believe that. So like I said, I'm coming back to the USA, and I will continue dealing with the issues that I encountered in the USA. If you have any questions about what I encountered in the USA, read my community wall. Read my self-help book series, Breaking Free. If there's not an imposter out there claiming that they are the ones who wrote it, I'll deal with that when I get there. And that is just the first book series. I'm working on a second one. I'm working on a second one. So the things that wasn't said in that, and if I somehow skipped your name, somehow skipped an incident that I encountered through my experiences, you haven't been skipped. Even if I don't catch it, I say Creator, you say God, it will be caught and it will be dealt with. So, you can say everything I accomplished, I didn't accomplish. You can say everything I accomplished and minimize it, denounce it, criticize it. Everything that all of you people have been doing, continue to do it. No problem. It's not going to stop me. By the Creator's will, I will be back in the USA. Keep saying it. It hasn't stopped me yet. What makes you think it is going to stop me? It didn't even stop me when I was actually going through what you people were putting me through. It didn't stop me then. I still made my complaints. I still wrote down what was going on. Right? Right. So what makes you think it's going to stop me now? It's not. So continue to say what you want to say. Continue to write what you want to write. Continue to try to prevent me financially, which you have, right? Which you have. But the thing about it is, you did it by drawing the curtain close. You did it by doing the things behind closed doors amongst yourselves. And you did it in a way so you thought other people won't know about it. And if I were to say something, you will make the claim that what is the most generalized comment or accusation that is used when it pertains to someone that you have found to not go along with what you call a program that is what you would say confrontational, aggressive, this and that, and the other. So you immediately have been taught to slap, there you go, the slap, right? Put a label on that individual to say they're not only a troublemaker, but you also have to denounce their intellectual ability. You also have to denounce their mental stability. You also have to denounce any and every good attribute or characteristic that person has, so that in general society, that individual is no longer human but demonized. That person is no longer considered anyone, an intellectual type of individual that should have your respect. You have done everything that you can possibly do to denounce that person as a person and to make them appear to be unsuitable for anything that would be representative of be would be representative of anybody's adoration or anybody's admiration or anybody should. Okay, we got the crying out there, so let me try to say this. You people, when you have a person that you consider a problem, you immediately put it out as though, do not listen to this individual, do not have any association with them, do not do anything that would give them the respect of, or the complaint that they're making against another individual. That is what you normally do. And I'm pretty sure that it's not only was done to me, it's been done to other individuals also, especially the ones that go against the grain, that try to make a complaint about what is being done, and especially what is being done to them. And if that person, if there's any inkling of truth in what they have to say, then the other issue of potential lawsuit, potential investigation, potential any type of negative, what do you call it? Appearance, okay? Any type of negative way of thinking towards their company, their facility, their people, or anything, it has to be eliminated. It has to be, you know, controlled because they don't want it to get out. They don't want their image. That's what I was trying to think. They don't want a negative image associated with their company, associated with their ideology, associated with their ah the rules, right? The regulations, right? Their what they have set up in their company to go for their employees to go by. So if their employees have been working there a long time and they have established themselves because they have a nice little clique going, and one will cover up the mistakes of the other or vice versa. In other words, it doesn't get out. It doesn't go beyond the little network within the company. So if they have issues, it's kept in house, right? So when you get a new person, and for some reason, these people don't like that new person, if they're doing something to that person and there's a group that are willing to collaborate and say that the individual that is doing or having, okay, if they are willing to say that any accusations towards an individual that's been there a long time isn't true, rather than go with the individual that's making the complaint, the facility, the company will and want to protect their image. So, a way to protect their image is to denounce the character and the truthfulness of the person that is making the accusations, right? Okay. So, not only do they denounce the character of that person, if they have individuals that have access to the financial the financial stability of that individual, they're going to go after that too. And if you have many people involved in different areas, then you have the ability to create havoc in that person's life. You have the ability to do a community gang stalking. You have the ability to track that person's what they buy, where they go, what what assistance they may or may not need, the bills and everything that they have, the family, who is in the family, their educational, everything. You have ability to track everything, what's going on with that person. And if that person is giving you issues, then there you go. You denounce the character, you basically destroy the character of that person, destroy any type of assistance that person may have, either familial, family, right? Associates, friends, everything is attacked. Everything is destroyed until that individual is isolated, and you pretty much can do anything you want to do with that person. One thing companies have access to and records of are the phone conversations. They have access to that. And now you have messages, right? Text messages, WhatsApp messages. They have the ability to delete the things that you may need, right? But they have access to it so they can read what you've been saying. So things that you might have that you may need to that was documented for your benefit to say and to prove your truth, they now have it in their possession. And from there, they can say, oh, okay, she said this, she said that, she said this, or he said that. Then this is what we'll use against them. You don't have access to that information anymore, but they do. They also have access to anything that was communicated during the time of that harassment. For instance, if you're saying a group of people were doing things to you, right? They have access to those text messages just in case those individuals were texting each other or talking about the things that they did to you. But you don't know that, but they do. Will they use it? If they have it and they use it, they'll use it for their benefit to salvage their image, right? Okay. Those who have been going into my phone, prior WhatsApp messages, current photos, prior photos, and using them as your commentary. And it's also associated with my husband and the conversations we've had. I know about that. I know about that. I also know about family situations that I had experienced and what I've experienced here with my husband. I know how that's connected to. Um, I put down, listed on my community wall, University of Maryland. What is it? University of Maryland Global Campus. I think that's what they changed changed their name to. Yeah, because it was University of Maryland University. Forget what they changed their name to from. I can look that up. But now it's Global Campus. So I wrote on my community wall the issues that I had when not only when I was trying to do my bachelor's, my master's, which I have in biotechnology affairs. I wrote on my community wall what I had to endure and also study and also pass the test and also graduate. You're dealing with people, those who are like me. I'm talking to you right now. You're dealing with people, if you want to call them that. I would say they are very poor examples of what human beings are. I will put it that way. So you're dealing with people that not only get enjoyment out of putting you through additional stress. They think that you don't deserve to be where they are, and they don't see anything wrong with what they're doing to you. That is the truth. During that time, perhaps later, when they are, in a certain sense, exposed, in other words, when other people find out their behavior, then they may show regret or remorse or which way they go. If they are only upset because they got found out rather than their conscience is bothering them. However you want to put it however you want to say. But it all boils down to this. They found pleasure in doing it to you at that time. They didn't mind it. They didn't mind what they put you through. They didn't mind what they did to you. They did not care that what it would do to you, your life, and the stress and the pain and everything they were putting you through. They didn't mind that you, if you had family, how that was going to be transferred to them. They didn't mind it. Their minds, their energy, everything about them, they're still enjoying life. They're getting a high off of treating you the way that they treat you, and knowing that it was putting you through a certain mind state. I would say it that way. And another thing that they like to do, if they are trying to save their image or protect their image, they're going to attack your mental, they're going to attack your intellect. They're going to attack your mental stability. They're going to attack your intellect. They're going to attack anything about you, so it'll be easier for them to denounce your character and denounce your truth. But best believe when they were doing that to you, they enjoyed it. Best believe it did not hurt them. And best believe that they went out in their little group and didn't have a problem with it. They did not have a problem with it. The only problem they would have with it, if other people saw them in a different light than what they try to portray themselves as, right? That's why they always have to have a group against one person. It's easier for others to corroborate their story and to back each other up against somebody that is standing on their own, right? So if you don't have a cell phone recording what is being done, it's your word against theirs. If there's no security cameras to catch what these people are doing to you, it's your word against theirs. If there doesn't happen to be somebody witnessing what was being done to you, happen chance, it's your word against theirs. It's your word against theirs. And that is what they count on. That is what they want to always happen. That is what these groups get into. And then they say, oh, we've been here for many years. Oh, I've been working for many years. Oh, I've been doing this job for many years. They back each other up because they've been doing what they've been doing for many years. They know how to back each other up. They know how to cover up the lies for each other. They know how to do what they do to keep themselves there and to make you the one that is the troublemaker, to make you appear the one that's lying, to make you appear the individual that needs to be sent away. If someone relies on their image, they rely on their image so much that they are willing to forgo the truth. They are willing to forgo anything that will be a poor representation of the image that they have already set for themselves and other people in society know them as. So if anything is tarnished, before it is tarnished, you are the one that is going to go. You're the one that's going to go. And if you are complaining to someone that are friends with the individual that you're complaining about, they're not going to take they're not going to go for what is true. They're going to go for what is best for the company and how to not tarnish the image of that company, regardless if what you're saying is true or not, regardless if what that individual did to you or not. They're going to do that. At least that's what happened in my case. So I'm only talking to individuals that have gone through what I have gone through, and not individuals that are out there doing the action itself. I'm not talking to you people because you people already have been doing it for a long time. So you know how to cover up your lies, to protect your image, and denounce the character, intellect, and mental stability of somebody else just to save your image. You already know how to do that. I don't need to teach you that. Maybe I need to teach you morals. Do you have any? Does your facility have any? Does your company have any? Or is it all based upon the profit that you're gaining from the lies that you've been telling? But then again, I'm only one person. I've only been one person all these years, right? It says my second book is about verbal healing. Who was that who said, eat your words on the tarot readers? I will say this again. Some tarot readers are privy to the information that they're gaining from my community wall, from their associating with individuals here in Nigeria that knows what is going on with me, my daily habits, my daily going outs, and everything like that. They're not getting their commentary spiritually. It's not spiritual downloads. It's direct information pertaining to what's going on here. It's direct information pertaining from individuals here surrounding me and what they've been doing here, what I've been putting on my community wall, what I've been putting as far as notes on my phone, conversations that I've been having. That's where they're getting the information from, not spiritual downloads. That is why you all hacked my computer and deleted the tarot readers who were saying what they were doing to me in Nigeria. That is the book where I talked about the master's degree program and those harassing me with the African woman in her clique. And Adago Asuzu. That is the name. That is the name. That also is where they did the lens project and talked about the Project C gyro with contact lens, and they said lunch and trash when I went to get my new glasses in Kentucky. What has been going on with me has taken decades and decades to come to this point. So when I speak of that, it sounds foreign to you guys. I understand that. But if you had the knowledge of my background, if you had the knowledge of, oh, okay, well, she has been community gang stalked and they have been tracking what she buys as far as groceries. They've been tracking what she eats. They've been tracking this. They've been tracking that. Then you would see how, when I am being harassed, when I'm being traumatized, when I am intentionally being put through whatever they are trying to do to me, you will see where you would see where a thing like Project C Gyro and the lens, what is that? Lens project. A lens project, and they had a picture of contact lenses, right? Project C Gyro. Some of you will know and are familiar with the word gyro, right? If I was put through a certain type of trauma, and that trauma pertained to food, right? I was in California. I think I was in California. And that was a food that I would buy, gyros. Gyro, from my understanding, if it pertains to something else, it pertains to something else. But to me, the gyro pertained to food. When I would buy gyros when I was in California, when I was in the military, contact lenses, the glasses, when they said lunch and trash, when I was trying to buy my glasses, right? The trash, when I was in the service and I was at the recycling center, it was one of many places they were putting me because they had already termed me as a troublemaker. I went into the service when I was 17. I went into the service when I was 17, right out of high school. Right out of high school. So, like I was saying, the recycling center is one of the many places that I was sent to. The lunch and trash comment, the lunch and trash comment that was said by that Caucasian woman when I was buying my glasses, I was trying to find a place in Kentucky where I can get an eye examination and buy new pairs of glasses. So one of the places that I was trying to find, that I was looking at, I didn't buy my glasses there. I think I'm not sure what what they were saying as far as I don't think that I could have eye examination there or something. I'm not too sure. But there was an issue where I couldn't buy my glasses there. And while I was there, they made the lunch and trash comment. I by that time I was used to them saying or doing something to traumatize me in a certain way. I didn't know what was going on. I was just going through, but I knew something wasn't right. So the lunch and the trash, it goes back to them stalking and doing things to me in a grocery store and tracking what I buy and everything like that. But when I'm trying to buy something, they would have individuals come by or do something to me while I was shopping. That is another thing. But the other thing, that was the lunch. And the other thing, the trash, I'm thinking that was from the recycling center, where of all the men that was there, it was only men and two females. Two females. I was one, and then there was a Caucasian woman that happened to be my roommate in the barracks. In the barracks, I had my own room, and then there was a adjoining bathroom, and then her room was on the other side where we could both lock the door to the bathroom when we get in. So she was on the other side of in her own room. So I it was only two females there, and the rest were men at this recycling center. So they put the Caucasian woman in the office, and they set me to be going out on the garbage trucks with the men, collecting the trash, and then I had to come back and be out in the recycling area, where I had to sort out the trash into the different bins to be recycled. Only two women there, and I was placed with the men. She was placed in the office. I can't remember how long I was there at the recycling center, but that was before I cross trained to be a hospital corpsman. Cross trained, I had to do the training to be the hospital corpsman, and took little classes in my C school, the laboratory technician. C school was in Fort Sam Houston Army Base. When I went and was being introduced at the hospital clinic that I was sent to, there was a female officer there, and the person that was introducing me to her, right? Okay, a person introduced me to her because they were taking me to be introduced around um, to the people in the clinic. And this female officer, she turned around and looked her nose down at me. That was my introduction into being a hospital corpsman, into the medical field. That was my introduction. She looked at me and it was like this thing, like I wasn't supposed to be there. I went into the service at 17. My life was difficult even before then. I went into the service at 17. My knowledge, my experience, I got them on my own. My perseverance, that's my character. And if you're going to tarnish anything about me, you better have your SHIT together. If you're going to tarnish anything about me, you better have it together. You better have it together. How long have I been talking? I'm not too sure. Okay, it's been over an hour. Um, they put me as an experiment of stalking me through the grocery stores to see what food I would select with my trash and lunch glasses. Isn't that right? Read my community wall. I have been putting down so my experiences. So you can go through the posts and read what I have been experiencing. But it said, isn't that right, Jay Wilson? Jay Wilson is an individual that has been mocking me consistently. Um, from the beef sector of YouTube. Uh, I got introduced to the beef sector and the black sector when I purchased my home in Clarksville, Tennessee. And now I understand why. I understand why that is now. I didn't know then. I didn't know what I was being put through. I didn't know why I was being put through that. I just know that it was happening to me. But I didn't understand. During that time, I didn't understand what all was being done to me. By who? I did not know. And mocking me with my glasses. So you all need a table of contents right before you will publish my second book on Amazon. You all did occupy in a grocery store is not telling anyone the real reasons why you all traumatized, stalked, and almost beat me to death. Is that what I'm being told? Okay. For those who remember, they did a occupy in the grocery stores where people were sitting in and doing protests. And years and years and years and years and years ago, there was a Craigslist. Um, what was the Craigslist? I'm not sure where the Craigslist was because it's been so many years ago and I haven't. It's like a place where uh, it is like a farmer's market type of thing where you go to this place and you can buy, um, trade or buy different things, make posts, read descriptions and stuff like that. So years and years and years ago, when I first purchased that home, they were doing something called Skillet Chronicles, and that's when people were saying that they were pansexual, right? And so if you, it's been a long time, but if you really observe the process of how they did it and what they were doing to me, Skillet Chronicles, pansexuals, occupying grocery stores, following me through lunch and trash guys, what they were doing to me, they made it consistent with dealing with food. They made it consistent, but they didn't tell you who was behind all of that. They didn't tell you who was behind all of that. Because if you're going through the trauma, if you're going through being beaten, if you're going through your family attacking you and you don't know why, you're going through. And when you're going through it, you don't have time to withdraw yourself, step back, and observe what is happening, what is being done. You don't have time because you as a person is going through at that moment. So you don't have the ability, you don't have the foresight to take a step back and observe the being that is actually going through that. You don't have that ability. So you don't see who's working behind the scenes to make sure that that's what you're going through. You don't have the ability to see that someone is triggering that loved one that is doing the beating on you. You don't have that ability. When you're going through that type of trauma, that type of abuse, that type of situation, you can't step back and observe those who are observing you. You can't do that. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to see the connection of what they've been doing throughout the years. So you're not supposed to see the connection. You're not supposed to see how, when your person is being triggered to attack you, you're not supposed to know that there's a car that's sitting right outside your home minutes before the attack happened. You're not supposed to put two and two together to realize that your person is attacking you on the days that you go get groceries. And there's always a car that's pulling up in front of your driveway or something while you're getting groceries after you get back home. You're supposed to be too traumatized, too abused, too out of your mind to notice all of these things that are going around you at that time. That is what you're not supposed to see. You're not supposed to see what is being done behind the scenes. You're only supposed to be going through the trauma, the abuse. You're not supposed to see why you're going through it. You're not supposed to see that. Okay, I've talked for over an hour. I will try, I will do again, read more of my community wall off of message posts off my community wall. I will read more and do discussions. Um, like I said, I have been hesitant to write on my second book series, A Survivor's Journey, because of what happened to my first book series, Breaking Free. Because all the information, all the research, everything, my conversations, everything, whether they were deleted or they were taken so somebody else could have them. So I've been very concerned and hesitant to begin writing my second book series using another AI type of assistance. I've started as far as the research again, but I haven't decided if I'm going to go and try to write the book while I'm here in Nigeria, or if I decide to begin the second book series in the USA while I'm trying to find out if anyone has taken my self-help books or the information and is trying to say it's theirs. So that being said, I'm still gonna write the second. I'm still gonna write the second series, uh, Survivor's Journey. I don't want it to be misleading. As far as surviving, because there are things that y'all don't know. Surviving is subjective, and it all pertains to what you consider surviving. Because if you have been reading my community wall and reading my posts and reading the experiences that I have had and what I've been put through, I will say it this way. For someone to survive in a sense that they want to survive, someone else has to perish. Physical death is not the only type of death. It's not. But it's the one that we've been conditioned to believe and accept, that unless you physically die, you, it's not considered death. And that's the misconception. That's the misconception. So when you hear someone say that they survived something, your brain is being taught to think that surviving means they're still living, right? Because you see them physically, right? That's also a misconception. It's also a misconception. Okay, it's been over an hour. Like I said, I will try to do another live again. I will continue to read my community wall. I'll try to do that. And I am supposed to do tarot readings, tarot cards, um, learning that, learning and not learning. Uh, I don't know how to explain that, but learning and not learning. Something that I know or somehow already known, but I'm trying to understand the cards that have been placed in front of me. If I made it clear that way. Like I said, I am trying to get myself prepared. Come back to the USA perhaps next month. Anybody, anybody corresponding or who think they're corresponding with me via email, it's not me. I'm not corresponding with anybody right now. If you decide to contact me via email, I will try to do a Zoom or do anything or some other method to let you know it's me. So if you're speaking to somebody, talking to somebody, and they're claiming it's me, it's not me. It's not me. But okay. So until next time, guys, this is Dr. Regina Sodiq, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.